Hey, it's J-Dog here, and we're back in the Man Eats Wild kitchen, and I'm really excited about this video. For one, I got a better camera, as you can already tell, and number two, I love this recipe. You know, one of the reasons that I'm so passionate about making great meals out of the wild fish and game is the fact that I look at every opportunity to be in the field as a blessing, and if I get to bring something home, then even more so. And when I find something that's often overlooked, and I can make something killer to eat out of it, well then I get really stoked. And I'm really stoked about coconut gar. You know, gar isn't something that most people think of when they think of eating fish, but it is delicious. And if you're a bow fisherman or there's lots of gar where you fish and you're not eating it, you are missing out. I'm telling you what, you make these coconut gar nuggets for your wife, she's going to send you back out to go fishing again. And what's wrong with that? Nothing? Okay, so let's get to the recipe. Before we get to the details of it though, let's do an email. You got one for me? Alright. This email comes to us from Chris Montgomery in Athens, Georgia. Dear J-Dog, have you ever eaten bald eagle? If so, what does it taste like? Have I ever eaten bald eagle? Of course I've eaten bald eagle. It's J-Dog here. And what does it taste like? Well, I'll tell you what. It's not near as good as spotted owl, but it's a lot better than California condor. You know what I'm saying? That stuff's nasty. So, hope that answers your question, Chris Montgomery, Athens, Georgia. Alright, now making coconut gar is just like making coconut shrimp. It's delicious, super easy, and real fast. I'm going to have all the ingredients and the recipe listed in the video description, so that'll be there for you. The first thing we're going to do is make a dipping sauce, so it'll be ready to go when the nuggets come out of the hot oil. So I'll show you what we got here. Okay, the sauce is pretty simple. All that we got here is I got about a half a cup of orange marmalade, and I'm just going to add a little bit of Dijon Mustard to it. Mix it up. You can just kind of wing it till you get the taste that you like. Mix that up. Add a little bit more. Looks probably pretty good. Get that stirred up. I'm going to add in a few splashes of red wine vinegar. Help give it a little tanginess. Alright, let's go ahead and add in just the rest of that mustard right there. That looks about right there. Feel free to just taste test it and come up with something that suits you. That's going to be perfect. Alright, we'll put that in the fridge. We'll move on to the gar. Okay, next we got to make the tempura batter for the gar, and it's super easy. The first thing I got here is 1 cup of flour. I'm going to add that to the bowl. And then we're going to add 1 cup of sparkling water. Now the key here is to have the best batter, you want it ice cold. You can use any sparkling water, or you can use flat water if you don't have sparkling water, but the sparkling water makes it a little bit lighter. Alright, I'm going to add this to the flour, and I'm just going to add it slowly until I get the consistency that I want. You're going to want it, it's going to want to be pretty runny. real smooth, light batter. Just mix that up. Alright, I've got it mixed up here. It's just a 1-to-1 ratio of flour to sparkling water. Next thing I'm just going to add 1 egg to it. And that's for about a cup of each. Stir that in there. Alright, now we're going to make the breading. This is where the coconut comes in. We're just going to use equal amounts of coconut and panko breadcrumbs. And that's the great thing, you just use equal amounts, so if you run out at any point in the process, then you can just add some more of each. Alright, so now I got the tempura batter, the breading. Now let's bring in the gar here. Now gar, when it comes to filleting it, it's a whole different process than most other fish, but there's plenty of videos on YouTube to learn how to do it. I haven't done it yet. I haven't put a video up there yet, but probably will in the future. But it's simple once you learn how to do it. Now when you fillet it, you want to make sure to remove, there'll be a little bit of, I don't know if you want to call it a membrane stuff between the fillet and the skin on the outside. Remove as much of that as possible. Next, we're just going to cut the gar into little nuggets. Cross grain. Now the gar flesh is weird because it feels really soft when it's raw and it wants to kind of fall apart. It's kind of like shrimp that way, and once you fry it though, it firms right up into a very meaty white flesh. Alright, we got our gar nuggets here. Let's bring this all in here so you can see it. Alright, all I'm going to do is drop the gar in the batter and throw it in the breading and roll it around a couple times. We'll do a couple of these here. Just drop the gar in there. See, it's a nice runny, smooth batter. Throw it in the breading, roll it around. It's making me hungry already. Okay, got some breaded up here. Let's get them in the fryer. Okay, I got some hot oil here. It's important that you want to have your oil temperature somewhere between 350 and 375, and it's not going to take very long at all for them to cook. One thing I should also mention too is that you can use sweetened coconut if you want, but it will burn very fast because of the sugars in it. So this time I'm using unsweetened coconut. I've done it both ways and like it both ways, but you have to be careful about burning it with the sweetened coconut. So I got some here. We are just right at over 350 degrees. Let's drop these bad boys in there. Oh yeah. I already got a plate here ready with some napkins on it to absorb the grease, because I don't think this will take very long. Got them a nice golden brown here. Put these on the plate to drain off. Alright, and those look good. Let's let these bad boys cool off and we'll give them a taste. Alright, got these cooled off enough to try. Got the sauce out. Let's give it a go. Dip that in there. Oh man. Oh, that's so good. I love that. Let me see if I can get you a picture of how white that gar turns. Get up closer. There you go. Can you see that? Turns into a nice, white, firm meat. It's delicious. Yeah. And yeah, I just double dipped because I'm not sharing this with any of you. Oh man. That's delicious. And it's been fun. So make sure to subscribe to the Man Eats Wild channel. It's Man Eats Wild 1000 on YouTube. See you guys next time.